What's your secret?
Well, the lights have to be my.
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
Jeez. Jeez. So I'm curious. Disciples of Verity. We'll just talk about this first because we got so many different things going on with you. Disciples of Verity. How exactly did this happen?
Right. He had some music he wanted me to hear, and it's like if I knew anything, if I wanted to do anything really interesting and really, really compelling, and I just before that when he was still in Second Skin.
Okay, right on.
That's how. So I've watched him for a while now, and I've been around him and the stuff he's been doing for a while now, and it's amazing.
Very, very cool. Now, you guys just had a single come out not too long ago, yeah? Worthy?
Worthy, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
I love it.
on. As well, I guess you can't see my backdrop right now. The public can see my backdrop right now. I got a green screen, so you guys right now, you can see my green screen. But Corey, what everybody else is looking at right now is actually your most excellent, cover for the new single that just came out. Yeah, so that's the magic. When you go back and you actually watch this, you're like, what was this? What was this radio show that I was actually, a part of? Now you're gonna have an idea of, what it is we're all talking about. So you got that single that just came out. How active are you guys, on this entire album, and are you going to be touring with these guys? How dynamic is this?
Well, it's going to be very interesting. We have Mark Monjoy from Second Skin is in the band. Also have Corey Pierce from God Forbid. So it's good. It's a very interesting band. We're going to try to play as much as we possibly can and see how it goes.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lineup of guys because I've seen all of them, played shows with most of those guys. And
right.
They're amazing, and the combination of all of you is just such a.
It's an amazing thing. It's amazing to hear, and I can't wait to play it out.
Yeah, because I just at first couldn't even imagine. Like once I saw that you guys were going to be a group, I was like, I couldn't even imagine what the sound would be.
Yeah.
Full combination.
I don't know what I bring to the table. Evidently, somebody who can scream very loud, but I like the combinations of people that I seem to be getting to work with. A couple of years ago, I did a thing with George Lynch, and I'm working with Mike Orlando from Adrenaline Mob, and it's all very different. Every project is very different, and it's a challenge for me in that it allows me to express something that I don't usually do with Living Color, and it gets me to sing in a different way, and it gets me to do a bunch of different stuff that, quite frankly, I'm looking forward to more of it.
As are we. Man.
Right on. Now, that being said, so you've got other stuff that you've done with Stevie D. Now, is that something that's going to be ongoing, or was that kind of just a little one-off deal that you had going on with him?
Well, hopefully it'll continue. Stevie D to me is cut from that old school cloth of singer songwriter, like real sort of production kind of guy. I know Stevie because he worked on my first solo record as an engineer and a producer, and then he had these songs that he had been writing over the years, and they sounded really, really, really good. And again, it gave me a chance to do some other stuff. And I feel like Stevie D is like Paul Williams. I don't know if you're familiar with Paul Williams, Alone Again, Naturally, and all this stuff. He has this real old school pop sensibility that's really, really interesting with a hard rock edge, and I love it.
Right on. Now, you know what's funny? Now, I kind of have to backtrack a little bit here, Corey, because, I'm not going to sit here, be a phony, and say, oh, yeah, I knew about all this stuff you had going on with Stevie D. This was actually brought to my attention by, I think, someone who may very well be a mutual friend of ours, Vinnie Moore from UFO. I know
Absolutely.
Yeah, right on. So he's a good friend of mine, and he's got a brand new album that's coming out. Oh, God. Just a couple weeks, new solo album, and of course you're familiar with his guitar work. And he was like, "Oh, I brought up that you were going to be on the show," and he's like, "Oh man, you got to go see what he did with Stevie D." And yeah, I remember when we were over in the Netherlands. I guess UFO and Living Color were over there in the Netherlands. Yeah.
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 That was last year, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. And he
Yeah.
was just mentioning the fact that Stevie D actually mixed the new album he is coming out in just a couple weeks from now. Soul Shifter is the name of it. You know,
Right.
so yeah, Soul Shifter, October 9th. That's going to be Vinnie Moore. But he's like, yeah, man, when you're talking to Corey, make sure you bring that up because, I know he
Oh,
has some
absolutely.
collaborations going on there. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good stuff. And, speaking of Soul Shifter, his new album that he is coming out, you talk about the different challenges that you like to take on as a lead singer.
Right.
Obviously everyone knows you rock and roll. Everyone knows you got that touch of metal. But I'll tell you what,
Right.
a couple pieces that I've heard from you are so soulful. And I guess maybe you kind of get to tap in a little bit more to that with, the Bowie project that you're a part of. Yeah, would you say that that's kind of accurate?
That's kind of accurate. I don't want to give you any more surprises, but I am black, so that.
Come
Um,
on. Yeah, but I mean, seriously, you do. You have a very when you want to get into that side of music, you do it well, man.
well, it's a part of who I am.
Yeah.
I didn't come to this exclusively with one sort of thing in mind. I wasn't trying to be a metal singer. I wasn't trying to be a hard rock singer. I was trying to be or an R&B or a soul singer. I was trying to be a singer.
Right on.
That means that I have to be able to do everything and use everything from every other place to put into whatever project I'm doing at the time.
Right on, man. Right on. Now, is there any one style that you kind of prefer personally over another, or do you really just dig all of it, man? And that's why you take on so many,
I do. I like all of it. I actually, grew up doing musical theater. So all that stuff is a part of who I am. So I have it in my repertoire and I use it for everything I can. So I don't have a set style or set thing that I like to do for what I just do it.
Right on, right on. Now, speaking of theater, you brought that up, and way back in the day, I know you had some acting chops, and of course, you were in one of the biggest movies, of its time, and still today, it's an iconic movie, and that's Platoon. Aside from all the six,
Right.
clearly you have so many different things juggling. But have you ever thought about dipping your toe back into the acting world at all?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. If somebody has a job for me, I'll take it. I don't do nudes though. But I'm as I said, all it, I live for the experiences. I live to learn, and I bring with it all the stuff that I've learned in the past to what I'm doing now. So whether it's an acting role, whether it's a musical genre that you might not know of me of, I use it all.
Right on, right on. Now, let me ask you, I mean, over the last, year, well, I mean, oh God, I guess at this point, almost a couple of years, really. Have you learned anything new about yourself as an artist? Having worked with guys like Stevie D, having been a part of, the David Bowie project, having worked with, Mike Orlando from Adrenaline Mob, having
Right.
worked with so many different musicians, just apart from Living Color, And again,
Right.
everybody, we are here with Corey Glover, the man
Right.
of Living Color. Have you learned anything new about yourself?
I have learned some new things. I've got applied and I apply them. They're musical ideas, that I can use in something else. If David Bowie was very much, and the things that David Bowie did were about really melding things together.
Right.
And the influences were about where he was at that particular point in time. When he went to Germany, he went to Berlin, and he was trying to work with the experimental artists and that kind of thing. When he came to the United States and wanted to work in sort of R&B spaces and that kind of thing. The thing he did with Reeves Gabrels and Tin Machine, that was sort of like his foray into the hard rock sort of metal kind of idea. And I take that idea with me that he could be open to so many new ideas that I can too. So I learned, and speaking to people who've worked basically this celebration, Bowie celebration, is alumni members of Bowie's band. So this is Bowie's bands from over the years playing his music. So I learned a lot about his approach to songwriting and collaboration and music through them, and it's really helpful.
Right on. Yeah. Now, how did that project come your way? I'm just curious. And I mean, when the opportunity to be a part of a David Bowie project like this, you know, honoring his memory for the amazing artist, musician, actor. I mean, he was so many different things. And I mean,
Yeah.
a trailblazer, you know, really. I mean, as much as anything else. How did that come your way? And, you know, what were some of the feelings you had that were kind of going through your mind as you were contemplating doing it?
Well, a couple of years ago, Living Color actually played one of these Bowie celebration concerts here in New York City, and as a special guest. And I guess they were impressed with what I did and asked me to join the tour. So I did a few spot dates 2 years ago, and then last year I did a few more shows, and earlier this year we went to Europe and we went to Australia and we did some stuff in North America, and we're going to do it again next year.
Right on, man. Very cool. Very cool. Now, when you're not doing that, all right, how about what you got going on with Mr. Mike Orlando, you know, from Adrenaline Mob? What's going on with that?
Wow. Mike is an amazing guitar player.
Right.
I know a lot of guitar players, unfortunately, but you know, he is so precise and he's incredible and a really good songwriter.
Right on.
And I think with this project that he and I put together, we're exploring different sides of him and I. Like, we're taking what he does and making it a little funkier, and taking what I do and making it a little more, you know, edgier,
Okay.
I think.
Right on.
And a little more, you know, in your face than usually I've done in other collaborations. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy with it. And I love Mike Orlando.
Yeah, man. We got to get him on. We got to talk to him because, you know, honestly, we haven't had a chance to really, you know, chat with him a whole lot since before, you know, the tragedy that, you know, hit the band, you know, a couple of years. That being said, how has he been? You know, how's he been working, you know, with him on that?
He seems to be doing really well. Sorry, I'm dropping my iPad, but he seems to be doing really well. He's you know, he was hurt as well during all that stuff. A few, and so, and he's recovering very nicely from it. And you know, he misses his friends.
Yeah, man.
You know, and that I'm sure wears on you, but you have to keep living.
Yeah, no, right on, right now. Speaking of missing some friends, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up a couple of crazy week, Corey, you know, and I'm sure you're thinking the same thing because, right? I mean, we all grew up in the same era, you know, of music, and, you know, with the loss of Eddie Money, you know, and then literally, you know, just the next day, Rick Ocasek, you know, it's like, wow, man, like, are we going to have another one of these years, you know, where we just start losing these icons?
Yeah, well, we have to keep moving forward. You know, we have to keep keeping on. As the music can't stop, because it's a record of where we are and where we've been, and we have. And people will pass away, but we have to keep going. We just have to keep going.
Right on. Now, did you do something with Eddie Money?
Yeah, I did a Christmas record with Eddie Money.
Yeah, man, that's wild.
Yeah, it's a very rare thing to find, that record. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to hit some record stores, man, and see if we can find it.
Yeah.
I got some in Nashville, so definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, we still got some record stores out here, man. So who knows?
You're the lucky ones, because they're very hard to find out here.
Oh, man. Well, we're going to have to do some digging. Now, before we let you go, Corey, because I know you got other things to do on this magnificent evening, and I don't know what the heck is going on in the stratosphere with the internet and whatnot. We have had a crazy night for an internet connection. It's been nuts. So everybody listening and watching W4CY Radio, apologize for the technical glitches. Don't know what's going on. Internet's just, I don't know, man. Something funky's going on. We got gremlins in the system. But in any event, all right, with everything we've discussed, Corey, are we looking for a new Living Colour album here anytime soon? You gonna be going on tour with those guys?
Well, we're doing a couple of spot dates throughout the end of the year, and then we're doing Shiprocked.
Oh, right on, man.
We're gonna be on Shiprocked.
Okay.
We're also doing another cruise. We're doing the Bonamassa cruise, and then we're gonna be doing some more stuff in 2020 as much as we possibly can. It is an election year, so we kind of tend to get busy around that time.
Yeah. Now, are there any particular messages you want to get out there? Is there anything you're particularly feeling passionate about right now?
About voting per se, just and not just because it's a big election. I just think that we need to be a part of our, of the process that make the laws in this world. And make the world better for everybody else. And the only way you can be is to be involved. And that's going to be one of the main things we talk about. But, there are other things, I'm sure. I had a conversation earlier today with Vernon, and we were talking about going to the studio maybe in October to see what we have, to see if we have anything we have to say. And we'll see how it goes.
I love the way you put that, man. I love the way you put that. Getting the band together and just see what it is you have to say, because that's really how you feel about your music, yeah? Making a statement. It's not just about creating poetry, writing lyrics, and some funky tune. You got something to say, yeah? All right, so we're getting ready to head into October here. What's the most immediate thing people need to be paying attention to for Corey Glover?
Well, the Disciples of Verity, the single of Worthy is out right now. Stevie D single's coming out pretty soon. I don't know which one that is. There's so many. I'm doing a show on the 28th in Hackensack, New Jersey with Stevie D. Look around in the internet and you'll find out about that. And I'm just going to keep moving.
Right on, brother. Right on. All right. Well, Corey, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining us on Rock Titan Live. It's been a new experience, man. Last time we were just a podcast. Now we're on national radio, man. So this is a beautiful thing. And yes, thank you. And yes,
you moved up in the world.
We stepped up in the world. Thank you, man. Thank you. Gotta catch you on the tour trail. I don't care who it's with. We're gonna have to come up there to New Jersey. Zach, you gotta come home, man. Or I guess back to your second home. You gotta get out of Nashville, head north, and we'll go out, and catch this new band with all these guys that we've loved for years and years and years. Corey, thank you so much, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, dude. All right, so everybody, right before we let Corey go here, Corey Glover from Living Colour, all right, I got another video, the song, that I want to play for you guys, all right? It is from an awesome band that we just got introduced to not too long ago, Blacktop Mojo, and they just came out with a new album last Friday, Under the Sun. Now, this lead singer, Matt James, I just started listening to him. He did a cover of Aerosmith's Dream On. And I swear to God, I was absolutely blown away. We're going to be having these guys on the show here in the next couple of weeks. But right now, what I'm going to play for you again is Blacktop Mojo and their cover of Dream On. They got a brand new album out, Under the Sun. Go check them out. Stand by, everybody, and definitely enjoy this one. It is killer.
these lines on my face are getting clearer. The past is gone. Need a wind by like dusk till dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay. To lose to know how to win. My life is books, written pages, living learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true.
Everybody, we are back, and you will notice that you don't see Corey Glover on the screen anymore. He had to, take off for the evening. It was awesome chatting with him, but we've gotten another amazing guest with us tonight, man. It is double trouble on Rock Titan Live. We've got Paul Phillips with us, one of the founders of Demons Behind Me. I'm representing right here. But you also know this most excellent guitarist, as I've said, on social media. He was, lead guitar and I think what was the best Puddle of Mud album, Come Clean, as well as a number of other projects. And, as we were talking with DJ Zachy D earlier, he's like, Paul Phillips, yeah, man, I remember him on Rev Theory. So it's like, dude, we had to get you on the show and we had to chat, see what's going on, see how things going with Demons Behind Me and the music, because I know you're playing some music. And we just had Karen there who disappeared from the screen. She's playing some music. But Mr. Phillips, how you doing, man?
I'm good. We a lot of people may not know that me and you are we're good bros. Not only do we just do this like interview thing, but
Yes.
me and you talk on pretty much on a daily basis. So like we're friends.
We've been
and
having
we
some
talked
fun.
and we talked earlier for like a long time, and I was like, it's like, what are we going to talk about tonight? We
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
already talked about.
I think we
kind of
need-
already talked about everything.
What? No, man.
No, we got more.
No,
We got more to talk
There's
about.
more.
I tell you. Oh, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
You know? No, I think
And there's more. And there's more.
you got some crazy stories, Paul. I mean, you know, when we were talking,
Oh
just
my
like,
god! Oh my god! Don't get me started.
Yeah,
Or actually, do get me started. Do get me started.
I gotta get you started. I'm telling you, you know. Oh my God. I mean, we were hitting on some things. I mean, one of the things that we were talking about. All right, I'm just gonna bring it up because you know,
Okay, go
one of
ahead,
our
go
girl,
ahead.
you know, our girl Ambler Irby out with Ambler. You know, she's covering
Love
Papa
her,
Roach.
love her.
Yes, you know, yes. You guys met. That's right. She's been rocking the Demons Behind Me as well, and
She's awesome. Yeah.
so she was just at Blue Ridge Rock Festival. Were you guys down there?
We were not, but I know that what is it? 4 Days Dead or whatever they're called. Can't remember their name. Sorry.
Yeah,
but,
no, they had a lot of good bands.
what-
They had a lot of good bands.
Yeah, they're one of the bands, and we've been helping those guys out, and they've been helping us out as well. So I think they had some merch on.
Okay.
I don't know if that's where you're going with that. But
No, that's not where I'm going with that. Where I'm going
Okay.
with it is Stone Temple Pilots was there.
Yes.
With,
yes.
With Jeff Goot.
Yes.
The Goot. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. We talked earlier, and I corrected you on that. It's not gut. It's truth.
oh man, you got to call me out. All right, that's cool. I see how it's,
I will continue to call you up. Yes, yes.
I see how it's going to
Yes,
be.
I have known Jeff Good for so long, and we talked earlier on the phone, but I'll still share the story.
Well, it's just amazing
Yeah,
that
he-
you know. I mean, here and tell your story, but it's like what I think was so funny is that he becomes the frontman for Stone Temple Pilots, and you're just like,
Yep.
where did that come from?
Exactly, and that's my thing, and that's what I was telling you earlier. We were talking on the phone. Yeah, I knew this guy like so long ago, and I think I told you I have a cassette tape of me and Jeff Goot, like just writing songs. Like I have so much material of me and Jeff Goot, and then I lost contact with him. And then all of a sudden, I see like on Loudwire and Blabbermouth and all these like things that Jeff Goot is a new lead singer of. So I was like, that Jeff Goot? I was like, wait a minute, that Jeff Goot that I've known forever? I hit him up, and he was like, yeah, dude. And I was like, oh my god, unbelievable.
That's
And
wild.
he's great. He's an amazing singer. He's fantastically talented, and I'll probably release those cassettes one day and ruin his career and mine.
Dude, you should seriously go dig those up. I kid you not, man. You got to go find them. But no, like I was saying, I mean, nothing against Goot at all. I think he's very talented.
Yep.
I think he has a phenomenal voice. But just
Yep.
I'm a Stone Temple Pilots purist.
Okay.
I'm an STP purist. So for me, it's just very, very hard, seeing him in that role. But again, the era that you have come up in as a musician and an artist, you saw that whole grunge scene, the birth of it, you saw the birth of Seattle rock and roll and just, the whole transition from the 80s into the 90s because you were on it, man. I mean, you were on a board hanging 10, I mean, you were riding that baby. And, while we're on that subject, do you remember running into our DJ Zachy D of Rock Titan Live when you were with Rev Theory?
I don't, and like I said,
I'm not going to hold it against you.
I don't remember a lot. I don't remember a lot of things back then. So
Demons behind me. Demons
no, I'm gonna
behind
say
me.
No, I don't. But
No,
hey,
so
brother,
Zach, what's
hey,
your
nice-
story?
Nice to see you again.
Zach, what's your
No,
memory
just
of
from what I
meeting Paul?
remember, do you recall someone by the name of Lizzie Abshire? Or
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's a
totally.
good friend of mine, and she had me come down to work Welcome to Rockville with her to do the EV Star thing, and we met up with you at some club I knew I couldn't get into because I didn't have formal wear. I remember that.
Welcome to Jack's Beach.
Near Jack's Beach or whatever.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm confusing my years. That was 2015. 2014, you guys played the pre-party at that one venue. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but it was in downtown Jacksonville. They had the pre-party the night before for Welcome to Rockville.
Oh yeah, with Rev Theory. It was in 1904.
Yes, that place.
Yeah, 1904. Yep.
Yeah. And then the next day, you guys played the West stage. I want to say at festival.
Yeah. We actually opened up that show, and it was like fantastic. And I remember the guys in Rev were like, "What is going on right now?" And I was like, "I don't know. Apparently, you guys are big in Jacksonville. I don't know. I just kind of filled in, but you guys are huge in Jacksonville, apparently."
Well, I was also going to say, I remember us talking about, because I'm a huge WWE fan and have been.
Randy Orton.
About you playing one of your first things, playing WrestleMania, Randy Orton's theme song for him.
Yeah, that was my first show with those guys. That was kind of like my I don't want to say like audition, But
that is the biggest audition I have ever.
That was kind of like my audition. It was like let's see how Paul does, and
yeah, sure, right.
And it was like, yeah, let's do 80,000 people for WrestleMania. I was like, cool, I'm in. Sounds fantastic.
Now, being a part of that scene, Paul, is that what made you want to get all jacked up? Because you're pretty buff, man. I know you're always, every time I talk to you, you're like, hold on, man, I'm in the gym. Hold on, let me get one more rep in, man. One more rep, one more set, and then I'll give you some time, okay? Were you all into your fitness, before that all came about, or was that something that you're like, oh man, I think I need to fill out this tank top a little bit differently,
That's funny, and that goes back to just me and you being friends, and talking all the time. I was a kid, and right now. I have a whole like thing going on right now. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing. I was a skinny little kid in high school, wore a different Metallica and Slayer shirt every day, and all the jocks and everybody they hated me and made fun of me and I don't know how I didn't get in a fight, but it was almost daily, like a fight. And like I was telling you, I started my first band, and I didn't want to shred. I didn't want to shred. I didn't like solos. Didn't speak to me.
Okay.
What spoke to me was like James Hetfield and like Dime. And even, just his riffs on the solos. So I started my first band. I started writing music, and I shared a band room with a band called Grundig. That morphed into Cold when we got on. And man, and the new song by Cold about bullying and stuff like that. It's called Shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It really. And I saw the interview you did with Scoot, and I just love Scoot. I love him. I've known him for so long, since I was like 17 years old, and I just connected with it. He was like, yeah. And Scoot used to be a fantastic surfer back in the day.
Oh, no kidding.
He was really, really good, and we all go down the path of bad things that we shouldn't do, but he was a great surfer, fantastic surfer. I've known him, and until he moved to California, he literally lived like just a couple blocks away from me, and love him. But yeah, so anyway, that was my whole thing coming into the bullying thing, and that's why I started working out.
Right on,
man.
man.
I started working out.
Me too.
Everybody, you look fantastic. I think that shirt. I really think that shirt makes you it's really good on you. Dude.
I need some more, man. I need some more. Demons behind me merch, man.
package is in the mail tomorrow.
Right on, brother. Right on. So I'm glad you brought up Scooter, though. I'm glad you brought up Scooter.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I'm flattered that you checked out the interview with him. And
Oh,
Cole,
dude,
and
I watch all your stuff, man. I'm a fan.
I appreciate that, man. Well, I'm
Yeah,
a fan
of
of
course,
yours too. Let's have a little bit of bro love right now, right here,
No,
live
that's
on the
right.
radio.
Before the
Well,
bromance
dude,
We're announcing our
How
man
does
crushes
that
on
work
one
on the
another.
screen?
Yes. No, but so
before
yeah,
before
no,
the bromance commences.
bromance commence. Yes, but no, what you think of?
Hey, man, this may be an AB conversation, but hey, C, you want to come in? That's fine.
That's-
Go ahead, C.
Well,
Go ahead, C. Come
fortunately,
in.
about that, I have to see my way out. I just had some family thing come up I must attend to, and I might have to hop off here currently.
All right,
I
brother.
apologize. And it's good to see you, Paul. It's been.
Oh, we've
good-
only-
good
we've
to
only
see
got
you
5
too, man.
minutes left. I don't wanna
I
keep-
don't know what's going on, but yeah, man. Yeah, okay.
We don't
All
want to
right.
keep
Yeah.
you from we don't want to keep you from an awful emergency if something is actually unfolding here live, Zach. But we do have 5 minutes left. We got 5 minutes left on the show.
Yeah.
So this is seriously this. If you got to go, brother, it's
No,
all
okay.
good.
handle, and everything's fine. Everything's fine.
All right.
All right,
All right.
all
cool.
right, all right, brother. Thank you very much for knowing who I am, because like I said to Scotty earlier, I don't remember much of that time period.
Don't even worry about it. I don't hold it against you.
Yeah, man, right on. But the things we can't stop, by Scooter.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that? Because obviously you are a fan of Cold,
Okay,
and
all
you
right,
know you Scooter. So
yeah. Let's just talk about music, man. That's what's cool. You know,
Right.
we can just talk about music and be fans. I think it's great, man. I think it's awesome. Some people are they're gonna miss the heavy. They're gonna miss the heavy. It's not a heavy record,
right.
but I've always loved that about Scoot. Scoot's a deep guy, and I've known him like when he was like a deep guy. If you know what I mean.
Right on, man.
If you know what I mean by a deep guy, like
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, that, but I mean, just his lyrics, his songwriting. I mean,
I've always been such a huge fan. Like I said, we shared a band room together, and I was just like, they were the band. And I just looked up to them so much, and I think the record. I think the record's great.
yeah,
And some people are gonna hate, and they're gonna be like, it's not heavy.
right.
But I'm like, that's the Scoot that I like. That's the Scooter that I like. Just that like mellow. Put it on your sleeve. Tattoo it right there. Tell us about it.
Yeah,
It's
well,
really great.
The Cold Army is the Cold Army. But one other thing, we only got a few minutes left here. I definitely I want to get some good promotion out there for you.
We're spending a lot of time talking about Cold and not me, and that what the fuck? That's
Well,
tough.
but yeah, no. How things going with Demons Behind Me, and where should everybody go to check? Well, we'll put lower thirds in here.
Thank you for opening that door, because I would talk about Cold or whatever.
Yeah, no, Demons Behind Me. This is really important. No, because we were talking about, the early days and not necessarily remembering everything from the Rev Theory days, and I mean, you were heavy into the rock scene and everything that went along with it. But now we're cool, and you got this awesome brand that I'm rocking right here, Demons Behind Me.
Yes, and I thank you for that. Thank you very much, man. And yeah, man, it's just it's not just the rock and roll lifestyle like a lot of us. I mean, you get a free pass to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And be a fucking idiot. And that's what you get when you're in a successful rock band like I was. I had an assistant, had a tour manager, had a manager, all this. I'd go fucking piss in the middle of the fucking club in the fucking and my tour manager would grab me and be like, it's okay. And security would be like, all right, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's stupid. But anyway, regardless of that,
but since you hopped on, we only got a couple minutes left here. But since you hopped on board with Demons Behind Me,
all
I mean,
right.
you've been impacting lives in a very positive way, yeah.
Yeah. So now, and I hope everybody pays attention to it. It's more than just a brand; it's a message.
Right on.
And it's not just addiction. It's PTSD. It's domestic violence. It's anything. Everybody has something in their life that they've been running from, you know, and that's what this brand is about. And I feel like when you buy into this brand, like, yeah, you know, like I told you before, like skulls and crosses are cool.
Right.
That's cool. But awesome, we buy a skull and a cross. But when you actually hear the message and find the message and what we're actually about, that means more to me than anything. And I just hope that we can continue to spread that message of hope, and you can overcome, man. Whatever it is, man, you can come back stronger than you were yesterday.
Right on, man. Right on. I love that message. Everybody, again, we are here with Paul Phillips. Demons behind me. And Paul, I'm sorry we got cut short, man. We're going to have you back on the show for a more elongated conversation, a part of what you and I talk about, you know, behind the scenes and all that stuff. You know, we're going to talk, you know, some real official business, some music, you know, and, you know, get some of these new projects of yours out there for the audience to admire. But we got to get rolling here. I will catch up with you very shortly, quite literally very shortly. Everybody, yes. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rock Titan Live. You can catch us every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody be cool, be safe. We're out.
Let me see.
Hey everybody, this is Scotty
What's
J.
up, guys? This is DJ Zach.
Hey guys, you're out with Ambler.
Rock Titan Live on W4CY Radio every Tuesday from 9 to 9:50 p.m. Eastern.
You're listening to Rock Titan Live.
On W4CY Radio
You are listening to Rock Titan Live.
every Tuesday from 9 to 9:50 p.m. Eastern. Rock Titan Live.
Every Tuesday from 9 to 9:50 p.m. Eastern.
Scotty J.
DJ Zachy D.
Out with
Rock
Ambler.
Titan Live on W4CY Radio. Hey everybody, this is Scotty
What's
J.
up, guys? This is DJ Zachy
Hey
D.
guys, you're out with Ambler.
Rock Titan Live on W4CY